Hey guys, hope you guys are doing really well. I just want to share with you guys. I got the book coming for you, the Rent to Rent Blueprint 2. Um, this one here is my final book on Rent to Rent. I've done the first book, the Rent to Rent. That book done really well, and then it had a lot of content that it's like a blueprint to help you start your rent to rent business. So that one is more of the physical element on how to start your rent to rent business. How to set it up, how to find your area, how you analyze your numbers, how you speak to your agents, how you how you market to landlords. And then also I spoke about other people's experiences, what they've done, the pitfalls, which I believe most people don't speak about in the property industry. So I went there, I spoke about the pitfalls. So it's not just like all rosy, it's not all like fairy tale, you're making good money, things like that. There are pitfalls along the way. So after writing this book, I wanted to write another book, non-property related. So that was my aim, to write another book, non-property related, more of a personal development. But along the way, I was inspired to write another rent to rent book, to make it my final project on rent to rent. It's like, hey, rent to rent, me and you, we done, right? So with this book here, the rent to rent, I decided to call it the Rent to Rent Blueprint 2. So it's kind of more of a sequel. And then this book here is more about the spiritual element behind this book. This book is more of like the physical element, like, as you can see us, this is Napa, but the spirit within that we don't see, that's more of the second book. When I was playing football, the manager or the coach used to always say to us, is 80% mental and 20% on your feet, right? And then when people are doing rent to rent, what I've noticed, a lot of people, in terms of like the mental strength and endurance, a lot of people tend to lack that. So that's why I decided to write this book, The Rent to Rent Blueprint 2, to share a couple ways, few steps or few blueprints along the way, what you can do to toughen up mentally. So I have a chapter called The Mamba Mentality, where it was inspired by Kobe Bryant. So this chapter here is really, really going to help you with your mindset, with your attitude on how you can distinguish yourself from other rent-to-rent operators. I have a chapter called Let Your Light Shine. That chapter is more about self-belief, which some people I believe lack. So, once you believe in yourself, you can do it, and you start letting your own light shine and start taking action, you automatically give other people permission of doing the exact same thing too. And the most important, with this lockdown here, I think I can't really remember the exact quote, but it says, when there's chaos, there's also opportunity, right? With the lockdown, with this COVID-19, a lot of businesses has been affected, especially the service accommodation market. But with the HMO market, it wasn't so bad, but a lot of people panicked. Through the midst of panicking, some people were giving back their portfolio, just through that. But in the midst of that, what can you do to see the opportunity within, for you to capitalize? And one of my mentees, Kyle, did exactly just that. He managed to take 2 rent-to-rent deals, which is fully tenanted as we speak now, and a cash flow around £1,500. And then that deal was taken during the lockdown. When it was relaxed, where agents can view properties, we can move around. That's when that property was taken. And then most importantly, we also put clauses into the contracts that gives us more flexibility if we go back into lockdown again, how we can be protected, and also how the landlord can also be protected. So kind of creating more of a win-win situation for both parties. But when most people shied away, he rose up, and then he went there, he took the deal. And then I also, in this chapter here, I think I called it the global pandemic, where we spoke about different variables, what we can put into place if we go into lockdown again, in order to protect your business. So it's more, it's out there. It's going to help you a lot. Especially how the vaccination hasn't been identified yet. So even now we're on partial area lockdown with the tiers. But I believe, if we do go into lockdown again, you have a manual or a blueprint to help you on how to cope with your business, which is also discussed in this book coming up here. And then I also have a chapter on sales and marketing, which I liaise with a good friend of mine, Mitesh, in the property industry. He has more knowledge in that field where, my knowledge is limited on sales and marketing, but, he's very, very experienced than I. And then he works with larger corporations globally. So, he also taught corporate clients on how to improve their sales and marketing. So having him on board to speak about how we can improve our sales, how we can improve our marketing, how we can improve our message, in order to get to our clientele, is also phenomenal. And then also, I spoke about real life experiences, where I got my mentees to come through and speak about their real life experiences. What has the journey been like being a rent-to-rent operator or a rent-to-rent entrepreneur? So, you're going to learn from their experiences, what they've learned, what the mistakes they made, and then also what's amazing, at the end, I asked them to give you guys tips on how you can also improve your rent-to-rent business from their own experiences. So you have more than 3 people giving you tips from their experiences on how you can enhance your own business. And then I also have a segment within the same chapter, mentees that I've worked with that never got deals. Because they never got deals, they also share the experiences. So, if you're in the same situation, you can learn from them and maybe take a leaf out of the book and do something different that can also help you advance your rent-to-rent business. And then the final chapter, I believe, I call it passive income. So there's people out there, you're holding cash or you want to get into property, you don't know how to get involved, and you want to get your money working for you. There's also a chapter there on how you can do that and then get your money working for you rather than having it in the bank and lose depreciating in value. So this book here, I believe is really, really going to help anyone out there, whether you're a novice, you're a beginner, you're intermediate, or you're advanced, or you're a seasoned investor. It's really, really going to help you. Not even if you're doing rent to rent, you could be other strategies that you're doing, but you can take the leaf out of this book and then amend it accordingly to your own strategy. So that's why I believe, this book is going to help really, it's going to help anyone that's out there want to start a rent-to-rent business. Stay in touch. I'll let you guys when the book will be launched, but I'm very, 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 very excited to let you guys have this project and also being my final rent-to-rent project in terms of writing books. I don't know, maybe in the future I could be inspired to write another one, but as far as I'm consciously aware, this is my final rent-to-rent book. So you want to make sure you don't miss out on getting it on the launch day. And you also know, I do crazy, crazy giveaways. So you make sure you don't want to miss out on that one. And then also seeing the level of success that my mentees been getting, and also reading the story is really, really going to help you. Like last year alone, 40% of my mentees end up getting rent-to-rent deals, and they're still doing it till today. So which is amazing, and also growing their own portfolio. Which means we're doing something right. And then for me to put it into words and serving it to you, as I said, we're cooking, I've done my dish, I cooked it, now I'm giving it to you. So you can take the recipe of what I put into the ingredients of this book, and then make it on make the success out of it on your own endeavors. So thank you guys for watching. Keep an eye of the Rent-to-Rent Blueprint 2 coming up. This is what is the book is about. As I explained to you, it's going to help you a lot, especially on the mental aspects of your state. Stay tuned.